Sincere Christian greetings and a warm welcome to this our third quadrennial session under the theme Proclaiming His Grace. It is with great delight that I present to you today my fellow delegates and guests from the local churches, institutions, fields, and higher organizations, the report of the Communication Department. The department is critical to the promulgation of the gospel and is so interwoven into every fabric of the church that is hardly ever seen unless something is not working. Technological advancement offers us a chance to achieve our mission with greater efficiency and speed. It offers us benefits that have improved our lives, improvements that we take too easily for granted. Light, television, computer, the internet, email, cell phones are all recent inventions. Yet many of us cannot see how we lived our lives without them. Technology, inherently, is neither good nor bad. It is what we do with it that matters. Technology cannot and should not supplant our ethics, our values, our principles, or our faith. But it can inform those things. We're reminded that with each new discovery and the new power it brings comes new responsibility. The church should not jump on every new thing that hits the market, but should not be too slow in responding or suffer the consequences of being left behind. The church should be on the cutting edge without being wounded in the process. That fragility requires us to move past our differences and to address our common issues of growth and consolidation, unity, quality of life and community impact, and education and training. To this end, the report will speak as we all endeavor to communicate by proclaiming to humanity that God's grace provides hope and a better future, not just in this life, but in the life to come. May God richly bless you.
During the quadrennium, the Communication Department of Central Jamaica Conference, with the support of the churches and West Indies Union, implemented and executed programs to share the gospel. The department played a key role in the Inter-America Division's Pentecost and More program. Technical assistance was provided and advice given in installing church satellites for the event. Help was also given in the areas of promotion and the dispensing of information for the events through media broadcasts, website advertisements, text messaging, email, and contact with pastors. Some 320 CDs containing training material for Pentecost and More were copied and distributed. Another activity that the department participated in was the coordination and the structure of reporting of the number of persons baptized on the day of Pentecost. In 2007, a special evangelistic program called Operation 7 was brought into being, based on the special almanac anomaly of the 3 sevens coming together. The series of events culminated on July 7, 2007, with a grand baptism where close to 300 persons were baptized. The department produced and aired 3 programs on Love 101 FM, namely Morning Manna, hosted by Dr. Dudley Mullins, Heralds of Hope, and Lifeline, hosted by Pastor Kemar T. Responses to these programs were tremendous. Some 250 hours of radio program material were produced over the period, with requests for personal copies of the programs surpassing the 500 mark. In a bid to standardize the information disseminated in local Bible class, the department circulated to all churches a copy of a CD highlighting the 28 fundamental beliefs of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. This was done in partnership with the Ministerial and Personal Ministries Department. Over 1,000 CDs and DVDs were supplied to members of the church. These contained conference programs and training sessions conducted by the conference. Over 500 hours of audio and video recordings were done for disbursement and record-keeping purposes. 6 surveys were successfully conducted in the period under review to ascertain the level of connectivity between the churches and the conference, the number of needy members, gender equality, membership, pastors' Bible class, and a radio program survey was also conducted. In order to facilitate the timely circulation of information, the Central Jamaica Conference Communication Network was set up in 2008. The network now consists of over 500 contacts, including the communication secretaries, pastors, elders, other church officers, and church emails. In 2010, the department brought to fruition the first ever Central Jamaica Conference Almanac, bearing the conference calendar of events and special days. 1,000 of these almanacs were produced and distributed. Also, during the 4-year period, 19,000 copies of the Central Focus magazine were created. The magazine was also reformatted and now comes with a cover, a teens page, and a children's page. A drive to improve the presence of the conference on the World Wide Web led to contracting of a website consultant to manage and improve the aesthetics of the conference's website. The website is presently being updated weekly or bi-weekly. In the last quarter of 2009, the department launched the conference Facebook page to impact the online community. With over 600 members to date, many have expressed their gratitude for this new avenue of communication, as it made available quick and easy access to information. This venue also encouraged a discussion platform where persons could air their views on the church's teachings. The department emphasized what is now known as the annual Church Beautification Drive. The main thrust of this drive was to improve the image of the church and to ensure that proper signs were installed. In an aim to preserve and maintain its legacy, each year, the communication department embarked on training workshops for persons who held the overall responsibility of communication in their local churches. This led to some 300 persons being trained over the period.
I must say thanks to the administrators of the conference, Pastor Everett Brown, President, Pastor Levi Johnson, Secretary, and Elder Billy Watson, Treasurer, for the confidence expressed in my capabilities to get the job done. Special thanks to the Executive Committee for the opportunity to serve, and thanks to my fellow directors for the help and advice given, especially my colleague at West Indies Union, Elder Nigel Coke. The department would not have accomplished all of its goals if it were not for the singular support of Brother Charles Budgeon, technical assistant. The success of the production arm of the department is greatly due to his contribution. The achievements of the department were made possible with the help of administrative assistants, Mrs. Alethea Brown Wellington and Natasha Bryan Kelly. Thanks to my fellow editors of Central Focus, Elder Anthony Gordon and Sister Roma Tomlinson, and the webmaster, Sister Candice Earl Hines. To my wife, Essence, and my son, Kemar Jr., thank you for your support and your understanding. Above all, thanks be to God for giving me the privilege to serve His church and advance His cause.